I'm in Amazon puts. Stop loss is up here. This entry is basically a bigger break and retest on a psychological level 200. Price has yet to break low of day. That will be the level to be watched. All my trades are trend trades, so I'm only trading downward. Every single day has been very bearish. I'm just trading with the market. We're now just consolidating at this short-term support. This might actually be a double bottom here. We never know. It could just reject twice and go higher and then stop me out. But that's where I will exit if I get stopped out. Looks like we may have a tiny little pullback right here before heading down. I'm going to check on the other tickers to see what's going on overall. Alright, everything looks like it's kind of just not really strong today. Price action today is kind of slower. We did have CPI release earlier, so on usually like news days, price may move kind of like ugly. Alright, growing in some strength here. We don't want it to be super bullish because this red candlestick shows a lot of strength. So if we start growing bullish, where it's essentially just reversing on this strength, and then that really shows us that this bearish direction is really just slowing down. That little rejection here you see, if we look to the left, we do see previous rejections. So price may end up pushing away at this point. Everything I'm looking at is more of a watch it and react rather than a watch it, predict, and expect something's going to happen. I'm just reacting off of price. Alright, the level to break is low of day. Once we have a breakout of that level, I do see that price will move pretty strong after that. Moving my stop loss to this next low, so we have a high, lower high, lower high. This is just bearish market structure. So the structure should not break. In a strong trend, that's why I use my stop losses at that pullback highs. Price, I would say, is consolidating right now. A lot of consolidations we see in the market. Right at the beginning of the day, we see a consolidation. Right here, we have consolidation. A little bit of consolidation here. So lots of consolidations today. Essentially, if price breaks out above my stop loss area, this whole movement would basically be a double bottom, showing us a reversal for the day. This trade I entered was 19 contracts at market order, and then the expiration date is the 21st, so like in 2 Fridays from now. Something you will see that price likes to do is price likes to react at every single whole number. So like this 200 level on the right, that was actually where price retested at. Then 199 is where price came up and retested here. So every single level price reacts at, you typically will see that it is a significant number. Alright, price looks like it's kind of just weak. Not really showing anything right now. Just gotta be patient. I bet the other tickers are also pretty weak. It's at 199. Wicked at my stop loss. That's not a reason for me to exit. I only exit once price pushes through, then I will manually exit. So right now I'm still in the trade. All the levels, like this stop loss level that I have shown, is just for me to visualize where I have my stop loss. This is nothing. This whole TradingView platform is not connected to my broker. It's both separate. I'm just using the chart for visualization purposes. Then on my phone, that's where I'm executing my trades. So it's just all based on what I see. All right, growing in bullish strengths. Likely I may get stopped out right here. It's it's taking too long to go down. It's just moving around too much here. So on the trade, price isn't stopping out at all. This breakout right here is really going to determine whether we have a trend for the day. All right, price opened close to the low of day. That's a good sign for a breakout. This is where I anticipate a lot of breakout traders to enter. So if we break this level, you will see a lot of strength in that candlestick. Just like that, really strong. That always happens at any breakout level. But the thing is, we want to see it close below the level. If it just wicks at the level, it would just be a fake out. Moving my stop loss to this candlestick high, just the previous one. Everything about trading is being patient. You gotta wait for a long time sometimes. Price is coming to a key level, the pre-market low. All right, we're looking good. I want to see whether price can get to this level. This would be an area where I would anticipate maybe exiting my position if it starts rejecting. So what we see right here is price ended up showing a really long wick. That is showing a lot of bullish pressure, but we never know if it's going to continue down. So I'm still in this trade, just going to wait for how price closes. And right here, it should close below the low of day. Just follow the trading plan. That's all we can do. 4, 3, 2, 1. Great close. That shows bearishness. It closed below the breakout level. So now I'm going to move my stop loss to this candlestick high. Price should not break above that level. Little weak today, but you just got to manage a trade and be really discerning on these weaker days. Whether it is a news day or not, I'm still going to trade, just being very careful with my entries. I'm likely going to exit at the next key level down here at the pre-market low, just because the trend looks pretty weak, so I don't see that the trend is going to last this long for the whole day. It's looking weak right there, the candlesticks. With 14 seconds left on the candle. Let's see what happens here. This is really going to tell us whether price is truly going to break, because in any breakout of a low of day, it should not break back inside. That shows a fake breakout. This is going to tell us whether it's a fake breakout. So with every trade I take, I'm just following the same stop loss rules and moving my stop loss to the levels where it could potentially show me a change of direction. So all I'm doing in the trade, following that stop loss and only exiting once my stop loss is hit. There's nothing outside that I can do. So all the emotion is taken out because I'm focusing strictly on technicals. If I focus more on technicals, I eliminate the psychological issues I would have. All right, looking good. This is tricky. This is really tricky to just stay in the trade and be patient. I know if I was in this same trade like a long time ago when I was starting, I would have exited by now just out of fear. But through time, through experience, and through a lot of losses, I'm able to control my fear way more. And so I just eliminate that by following through with my trading plan. So this is a really nice, strong push. I don't want to see price breaking that level now. So it's basically in consolidation. It should not break above this consolidation. If it does, I will exit my trade because it shows essential weakness. Now, wicking at the bottom still shows pretty strong with that candlestick. I'm not going to do anything. 3, 2, 1. Then we want to see the next candlestick. You just got to be ready to exit at any time for your trade. It's not the best when you're in a trade and you see the P&L move significantly only to stop you out, and the P&L moves way far away from what you could have maximized that, but that's just how it goes. So can't really do anything about that. All right, coming to my stop loss. I'm only exiting if price pushes through the stop loss. It hasn't pushed through, so it's just wicking, still consolidating, so I'm in the trade still. No reason I'm exiting yet, but I will be exiting once I see bullish strength. 30 seconds left on the candle. Right now, not looking good for me. Price opened up pretty high, close to my stop loss. Huge potential that I get sucked out right here. But again, we need to see strength. Price was not able to hold above the level. It was only up there for a few seconds. It needs to hold longer in that area to show that it's truly bullish. Alright, so basically just wicked at my stop loss. So that's why I'm still in the trade. A lot of trades I'm in, my stop loss is always wicked at and then it goes. So that's why I'm like really sticking to this. I'd rather stay in the trade than exit the trade and regret not following the trading plan. Alright, looking kind of bearish there. There is potential for price to continue down right now since price is showing bearishness. We're back inside the consolidation. I am going to move my stop loss just a little higher at that level right there. So where that stop loss is high of consolidation, and then if we look to the left, it's the low of day area. So very significant level where price is showing us that it keeps rejecting. What I do notice is that the wicks are getting a little higher here, so that's just something I'm noticing. Not really a deal breaker as to exit a trade, but something I'm noticing that it is getting higher, showing bullishness. So there could be a likelihood right now that price breaks higher above my stop loss just because the bullish pressure is growing slightly. You can see that the candlesticks are getting smaller, so that shows that soon we will have strength in either direction because both sides are getting stronger, tighter, so there's going to be a breakout happening very soon. I'm seeing pressure growing. I expect low of day to be broken pretty soon based on this candlestick. That's a good sign. Price just opened pretty low on that previous candlestick, showing that there is bearish pressure. What you will see is that the previous candlestick highs are getting lower and lower, so that's also a sign that price could go bearish from here. All these levels that you see price reject, it's some sort of significance. That is 197 right there. Price is getting closer to my pre-market low level. We just need the break of low of day, and then we're on the right track. So much patience you need here. This is a very long trade. It's not even going anywhere. Price is really struggling to break the low of day area. It's a stronger support. All right, let's see it. Very nice break. Very nice break. Let's see if we close. I'm telling you, every time price breaks out of a strong level, that candlestick is going to be pretty large in comparison to the previous ones. All right, let's get to pre-market low and then I'll likely exit right there. Little risky, but stop loss on mover right there. Just to protect my trade right now, keeping the stop loss really tight. I don't want to lose any of my P&L that I already have. I'm gonna exit really, really soon. Alright, I'm gonna exit my position. I'm out of my position.